BlueSpecs beer review is going to be tasting another Founders beer, which I'm happy to have found. This is their Dark Penance Imperial Black IPA. I recently had their Imperial Stout, which I have 4 left to drink, and I'm really happy about that because I love that. That was an A++ beer. But I found this at Bricks in Midtown Omaha. They pronounce it Brie, but I pronounce it Bricks because it's BRIX. That's the way I want to pronounce it. This beer is a 90 on Beer Advocate. The roast haven't looked at it, and it's 8.9 ABV. And I want to mention as to how Beer Advocate classifies it as a American black ale. Now I do love the beers that have been in this black IPA trend. I love the beers. I love the way they taste. I hate the name. The name is just redundant to me. They should just call them black ales, or even black hopped ales if they want to do that. You know, just black IPA is just a redundant thing. A black India Pale Ale, that is redundant. So enough about that. This is again 8.9 ABV and 100 IBUs. Hopefully at some point after this I will find their black rye, which I have heard that is not good, although I want to try it because I have yet to have a Founders beer which is below their standards of A's to A pluses. Every beer that I've had from them so far has been just great and awesome and just phenomenal. So we'll see what this one's like. Oh, yep. You can already smell those, like, hop stuff going on. Oh, whoa. I'm just seeing more smoke rolling out of there. Sorry about the foam in the glass from my previous review of Lagunitas Eyeball Ale, Harry Eyeball. And I have a special IPA glass, but I do not have that here. Okay. 3 fingers of brown, small bubbled head. Looks like the lacing is minimal. The body is certainly not black, so it's not black, but I understand why they call it that. It's like brown, and when you put it in the light, there's shades of like mahogany and ruby that kind of come through there. And I don't have enough good light to, I guess. Oh, there's some particle mist, and I can't see if there's any bubbles in there or not. Like just streaming out bubbles. It smells like a really piney and fruity and citrusy hop profile. That's really all I'm getting. It's like a really fruity, piney, like what Jay Terrio, who does his Louisiana beer reviews, would call pineapple almost. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Just a piney, like, fruity, citrusy thing here. It does smell nice, though. I can't smell, like, usually these black IPAs will be smoked or, like, burnt, toasted, or like, the malts will be burnt or toasted. Not getting any of that on the nose, like, at all. Let's go ahead and try this. I've never had this before, and like I said, I love Founders, so we'll see if this one is up to what I think their standard is. Okay. The IBUs, I think, might be 70. I don't agree with the 100 IBU thing, but then I think that the IBU scale is, I don't know, maybe not as reliable as it used to be. Because the beer community is changing, you know, the stuff people are putting out is, you know, changing. Somebody from Texas is calling me. I don't even fucking live in Texas. It's like I said, it's not that piney on the flavor, but it is citrusy, and it's kind of herbally kind of thing. The pineapple isn't as strong on, like, the pineapple per se is not strong in the flavor, but there's a citrusy and kind of herbal and straightforwardly bitter hop flavor going on here. And there is a slight barley malty thing going beneath that. But it certainly isn't, you know, like the toasted or roasted or burnt, you know, barley malts that, you know, something like the Sierra Nevada Blindfold had, you know, or some of these other black IPAs I've had. There's a little bit of a creamy stuff down there. I like how Founders dates their bottles. It says 9/15, bottled on 9/15/2014. So it's not fresh per se, but that's okay here. Yeah. I know I take that back. It is pretty bitter, so I think it might be up to that 100. Maybe it's like more like a 90. It is getting a little more bitter as I drink it. Somebody on Instagram, because I'm on Instagram and I post beer photos on Instagram. Somebody was asking me if I can find this dark Penance, and I have just now found it, and I'm going to tell them pretty soon that I have found it. And that person was like all hyped about it and loved it after they had it. I'm not seeing it. It's just an IPA. The color happens to be a little darker. That's true. I don't know. It's just, I would rather go with their Founders Centennial or even their All Day IPAs. You know, their All Day is a session IPA, and I would go for that way quicker. The mouthfeel is smooth but dry and around medium. It's not that drinkable because the bitterness is quite high, and it's not refreshing because the bitterness is quite high, but that's kind of how this is supposed to be. I don't know, I'm not feeling this hype. I mean, there are other black IPAs out there that do what I think a black IPA is supposed to do. A black IPA is something that has hops and is really hopped, but also has a really like toasted, almost burnt, smoky flavor. You know, along with those hops, and this doesn't have that. It's just really hopped, and I would go for some of their IPAs. So I don't know. I'm not really digging this one. I've had other black IPAs that I really did like, and this one is just kind of below my standard. It is a good IPA by itself. It's kind of good. I mean, it's really bitter, and doesn't have too much hop variety of character variety. I don't know. I'm kind of just confused about this whole black IPA thing when this does not even come close to the other black IPAs I've had. So, yeah. I'm going to give this one a C+. I think well, I'm on the C+, B- fence. I think it is good. I'll go with a B-. It is good. It is, you know, nice to drink, but if you really have to like hops. You really have to like bitterness. And you have to not let the black IPA label influence you, because that's going to influence you and make you think that you're drinking something that you're drinking something that you're not. Other than that, yeah, I'll give it a B-. It is a good beer. However, I would steer towards the Centennial IPA or the All Day IPA. Founders make so much better things out there, so